Every record tells a story,
Independent labels. I think a lot of interesting songs came out of that.
and every generation has a soundtrack.
The only hip you have in your body is made of titanium.
This is the Final Curriculum with Logan
Apparently, I don't know very much about anything.
and Jim.
Somebody calls her Tay-Tay.
Hey, it's Logan. Just a quick heads up before we get into it. This episode was originally recorded live on WLRA radio, where we are able to play all the songs that we talked about. Unfortunately, due to copyright restrictions, we can't include the music here on Spotify. So anytime you hear this sound, that means we're skipping over a song that we originally played on air. But don't worry, Jim's put together a playlist with all the tracks from the episode so you can still follow along. Just check the link in the show notes. All right, now on to the episode. Hey, we got something new for you today, right here on the start. My name is Logan, sitting across from me, the esteemed Jimmy C. Jim, how we doing today?
I'm doing really well, Logan. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. You know why I'm doing so fantastic? Because we've got a brand new show for you today. Live on the airwaves right now, the Vinyl Curriculum. Right, Jim?
The Vinyl Curriculum.
That's what we're doing right now. What is the Vinyl Curriculum, Jim? Why don't you explain it to the people?
Yes, Logan. The Vinyl Curriculum, that's what we're calling this. Every week we will have a different subject. And I'd like to play some songs from you from the past that I think are amazing, and I'd like to get your feedback.
Okay, yeah. I think, what'd you say, Vinyl Curriculum? Got to write that down. Take some notes here. I'll be taking notes the whole time. Because apparently I don't know very much about anything music-wise. So I thought I knew a lot. Apparently not, according to the man on the other side of the table. But that's okay. You know what? I'm here to learn.
I think the audience will agree with me. But hopefully, as we go, you will expand your music repertoire, and you'll be able to, enjoy different types of music.
Repertoire. Can you spell that word for me, please?
No.
Okay.
I know you're a big Taylor Swift fan. I'm trying to expand the amount of the types of music you listen to. That's all it is.
Hey, don't talk trash about Tay-Tay. I tell you what, she knows what's going on. Taylor Swift knows what's up. So,
do people call her Tay-Tay, or is that just something you're doing?
and that's people call her that. That is a thing.
Somebody calls her Tay-Tay. Oh my God.
Okay.
Logan.
Well, you want to tell us about this first song that we're going to listen to here? Before we do that, after each song, I will be giving an impartial score, a grade. Because we are in class, we're in the Vinyl Curriculum.
Yes.
I'll be giving an impartial grade based on the song to you as my feedback, as my first listen to this song. And then at the end of the show, we will be giving an impartial score to the genre, the class as a whole. And I will be giving that. And then you said you will be giving me a score.
Yes, I will be grading you as what kind of a student were you?
Oh.
Are you being impartial? Are you being open-minded? Are you just being rude? That will be my grade for you. So,
okay. What does impartial mean though? Like, or what does open-minded mean? I guess I know what impartial means. Open-minded to you, because I'm here listening to the song, and that to me is I'm being very open-minded, at least listening to your nonsense.
Well, I know they're not going to sound like Taylor Swift. So, if that's what you're expecting, then you're going to be disappointed. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. So, first song up is called.
The first song up is called "More Human Than Human," and I wanted to wake things up a little bit. If you're a little groggy, I know it's midday. I wanted to make sure you were awake. So this song will do this. It's a group called White Zombie.
Okay.
And I'd just like to get your feedback on it.
Yeah, that's good. I haven't had my mid-morning granola bar yet, so I am feeling a little peckish, so I'm glad that we're going to wake up a little bit here for the first song, More Human Than Human by White Zombie.
Yes.
Right here on the start, coming up right after that, an impartial score. This is the Vinyl Curriculum. All right. That's a little intense, Jim. I don't know how I feel about that.
I need a grade, man.
You need a grade. See, like, when you said alternative,
Yes.
I did not picture, like, headbanging, hard rock punk music like that.
Well, that's why we're here educating you, Logan.
Okay. And I'm just supposed to give this an impartial grade on a scale of A, B, C, D, or E. E?
F.
No, F.
Oh, my God. F.
I don't know. Well, I think I'd have to give that one. I'll give it a C+.
Oh my goodness!
Because I just think that was a little too intense for me.
I didn't realize I needed to start slow. Okay, that's fine.
Well, I don't know. See, like my taste of music is like something I can, get up and give a little groove to, give a little dance to. You know what I mean? And that is not something.
Oh, you could totally dance to that.
Okay. What? Okay. What kind of dancing are you doing to that song?
Well, do you know who Rob Zombie is?
I've heard of Rob Zombie.
Yeah, he was from that, and after that song came out, it was a pretty big hit, and then he kind of went on his own and did like Dracula or whatever, and then he started doing those horror movies. So, very scary man to me.
Well, I mean, with a name like Rob Zombie, I can't imagine he's like writing children's books or anything like that.
I'm sure that's not on his birth certificate. That's a name. But
okay,
so C+.
C+, and then I don't know. Overall, it was again not what I was expecting for alternative music. I feel like, again, alternative music is something that my dad plays in the garage while he's working on the car, and I don't think he's listening to that while working on the car.
First of all, let's don't compare your father to any of this stuff, because this is between you and I, and you have to. If this is going to work, Logan, you got to be open minded.
I'm open minded. Believe me, I'm drawing on my musical experiences from my lifetime.
Okay, which is short.
It's not that short.
All right, so let's go on to the next one. So the next one is Soul Asylum. Now, have you ever heard of Soul Asylum?
Have not. No.
Okay. They pretty popular. This is one of their songs.
Not that popular if I haven't heard of them.
Well, it's pretty popular. This is called Misery, and that's kind of what I'm at right now, listening to you talk.
Well, I mean, isn't that every time you hear me talk? Yeah. It's just misery?
Yep.
Okay.
Try this, see what you think.
And so is this like the same vibe? Is it different?
All of these are different.
Okay. This is Misery by Soul Asylum right here on 88.1 WLRA. Then we'll give another impartial grade. All right, that was a little bit better. I feel like we're trending in the right direction. I feel like already, Jim. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I think it's not a very fair comparison though, because you just love all of this music.
Well, if you like pop music, some of it's fast, some of it's slow. So same thing with alternatives. Sometimes it's more hardcore, and sometimes it's a little bit more poppy. But these were, that one was kind of a crossover. You might hear it on the normal radio station. Soul Asylum, a couple of years before that, had a huge album called Grave Dancer's Ball or something like that, which had a lot of top songs. But that one, this was a follow-up album, and I really liked that one.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a lot slower. Again, not a song that I would be getting up and dancing to, but...
This is not Logan's dance playlist. This is...
Well, but again, that's my judge of music, though, is how I can dance and sing along. Granted, that was giving me like major Nirvana vibes. I don't know if it was like, some like I don't like the face you're giving me, but that's what this is all about me. It's what I feel, and you're not allowed to comment on it. Thank you. But that was kind of like Kurt Cobain unplugged vibes ish, right? Maybe.
Well, here's the thing about 1995.
Okay.
I used to love alternative music like in the late 80s.
That was before I was born,
yes,
by the way.
I know. The Smiths and Susie and the Banshees and stuff like that. And
Susie
then,
and the who? The Banshees.
We'll do that one week.
What?
But when Nirvana came out, like the Seattle grunge stuff, like in the early 90s, to me it ruined what I liked about alternative music. It was all grunge, and it was so just depressing and whatever. And so I didn't like alternative music for a while. There's Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Soundgarden. And around this time in 1995, grunge was kind of going out, and you had some of these more indie stars, like on independent labels. So they weren't these huge. And I think a lot of interesting songs came out of that. And so that's what some of these songs are going to be. More women came out, like Alanis Morissette and Liz Phair, and the Murmurs came out, and even more pop. So alternative music, if you listen to alternative stations, it was a little bit more eclectic. Where in the old, like I said, when Nirvana was out, everything was just hard, and I don't know what you would listen to if you had a headache. Like I don't understand that. Like sometimes you don't want loud and But anyway, so I didn't get a grade for this one. It better be better than a C plus.
Well, I think it is. A side note, though, you said the word eclectic. I don't know what that means. So anything after you said eclectic, I just kind of tuned out because I was I was trying to figure out what that word meant.
Logan, I want you to start a list of things to look up. Look up the word eclectic.
Okay, Misery by Soul Asylum. I feel like it is better than a C plus, so I got to give it. I'll give it a B. I'll give it a flat B, because it's again, I could vibe with that. I can see myself, visualize myself listening to that song in the car. So,
but wait, you can't dance in the car. So how would you enjoy it?
Oh, you haven't seen me dance in the car. I can dance while I'm driving. I'm turning heads while I'm driving down the road, Jim. Okay, that's how I roll. So. But we've got a couple more songs that we'll be listening to today. You wanna introduce this next one? Yeah.
So this next group is a one-hit wonder, and it's from a group called Hum, and they were from Champaign, and we had just moved from Champaign, and we're now living in Bloomington Normal at the time. So they really played it heavy on the stations down there. It starts off like you might think the radio stopped working for a minute.
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it slightly in the background because I was. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's there. It's there.
Okay.
It's there. Okay, so
but
they're from an Illinois.
It's going to kick in.
Local group.
One-hit wonder.
Okay. Much like the great Vanilla Ice, my favorite one-hit wonder of all time. Thank you. You're welcome. This one's called Stars.
Stars.
By a group called Hum. And
you just
take a listen. Let's take a listen. So this is Stars by Hum, 88.1 WLRA. This is the vinyl curriculum. Logan and Jim here. Logan's given impartial grades to some of these songs, as requested by Jim. And we've had, a C plus so far? Mm-hmm. A straight B.
Yep.
That was for Misery by Soul Asylum and More Human Than Human by White Zombie. This one, though, Stars by Hum, I feel like it's below the previous one. I feel like it's below Misery. So I'm going to go B minus. We're going to give a quick grade. The outro is also about 18 years long. I don't know what is going on here.
I wouldn't know because you talked over it.
Okay, well, that's some of these. I mean, like, that's another issue that I have with music is like, let's just get to the substance of it. What do we have to lead into it? For it's a 7-minute song. We're gonna have 3 minutes of intro and 3 minutes of outro, and then you have 1 minute of meat in the middle.
But see, that's the problem with music today. Is
the problem with music today?
In the old days, like with The Cure, you would have instrumentals. You'd go 3 minutes, 4 minutes without anybody singing anything. But it was part of and also. We listen to albums. Like we would listen to the entire album. Now everybody's single. So you don't even get some of the really good songs that weren't hits because you're not listening to the entire album. So,
but I think they weren't hits for a reason. that's
Logan.
You know what I mean?
You keep talking like this, people are going to think really bad things about you because you're not coming across very smart.
No. Well, but here's the thing, though. I think you're absolutely right. We have Spotify, Apple Music. Mm-hmm. I'm an Apple Music guy. I like to make my own playlist. What do I want to listen to? I mean, unless it's a Taylor Swift or, where you have to listen to the whole album, and I have the vinyl for Taylor Swift. Thank you very much. Wow. So I've listened to that whole album. But like some of these other songs is like it's all over the map here. And
well, this is not an album. We're playing different songs from different people, so you understand that it's going to be eclectic.
Okay.
So anyway,
we already discussed. I don't know what that means.
But you're not going to even give it a half of a grade because they were local. I mean, isn't that cool?
No.
Yeah, and then that was, like I said,
what?
that was
what?
That was a one-hit kind of thing for them. But
okay, I mean, but so just because their lore does not have any effect on what I think of the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they could be from my backyard, but if I don't like the song, they're still getting a low grade.
But now you're just being rude because B minus is a decent song, and now you're saying you didn't like it.
I mean, it's better than the first one. It's better than More Human Than Human.
just realize that people are listening to this. Well, actually, not many people are, but if people are listening to this, they're going to judge you from some of these decisions you're making, because I know I am.
Okay. Well, I mean, is there anything that comes out of my mouth that you don't judge?
No.
I feel like I'm always being judged by you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all right, I guess.
But you're getting exposed to 1995 alternative music.
Yes, and I stand by my grades. Thank you very much. I'm going by the Dave Portnoy One Bite. Everybody knows the rules. Where I'm not giving out perfect scores.
Yeah.
What am I giving out an A plus?
I don't do that in my classes either.
Exactly. So I'm not giving out 100% here. Where there's always room for improvement, and so we're really nose to the grindstone, hitting these grading hard.
I'm curious. Are you 28?
No, I'm 26.
Oh my God, you're a child. See, I was 30 when I was 30 when these songs came out.
That's 4 years older than I am now. And how long ago was that for you? A long time.
30.
You know what? Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
30. It was 30 years ago.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So
I
thought you were older than that.
No.
Yeah.
I'm an old soul, Jim. That's what people tell me, or I tell myself. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. But we've got some more songs for you here on the vinyl curriculum. This next one, a song called "Last Goodbye" by Jeff Buckley.
Yeah, and this is something interesting. Like he, a couple of years after this, it was a pretty popular album, and then he died.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know if that's...
He drowned accidentally, so it was really sad.
Oh, my.
And the name of this song is Last Goodbye, so you better not give this a bad grade.
Oh, okay. Well, now you're really... I feel the weight of your
Yes.
your words on my shoulders here.
Listen carefully.
So this one's called Last Goodbye by Jeff Buckley, a song, or a person, rather, that I've never even heard of, Jeff Buckley.
Yep.
So it should be interesting. We'll give it another grade right after this here on The Start. That's The Last Goodbye by Jeff Buckley right here on The Start. It's the vinyl curriculum. Logan and Jim here, giving some opinions on some of Jim's favorite music from, what decade is this, 1995?
1995. That's not a decade, that's a year.
Oh, well, I was close. That's half a decade, right? Okay, so that was Last Goodbye. I feel like, again, my big thing when listening to music, at least when I'm hearing music for the first time, is visualizing myself when I would be listening to this song. Like, is this a I'm going to be on the boat song, or is this I'm going to be working out song, or is this I'm in the car song? You know what I mean? No, you don't know what I mean. I have different kinds of music for different times in my life.
As do I. Okay.
And this is another one. I don't know, when would I listen to this? Like, this is not something that would be on the regular rotation, So,
so it doesn't compete with Taylor Swift, is what you're saying?
Well, I mean, my girl Tay-Tay, don't be talking trash now.
So that sounds very offensive.
No, it's absolutely not. Got to shout out Taylor Swift. But Last Goodbye, Jeff Buckley. I think we'll give it another flat B. I think that was better than the previous one, Stars by Hum. So again, I feel like it's not something I could ever visualize listening. But you had just said something to me that I want to bring up. That we have a record player here in the studio, and I said, "Oh, maybe we can have this." Is called the vinyl curriculum.
Yes,
and I thought maybe we could play some vinyl. And then you said,
I hate vinyl.
Okay, so let's unpack that a little bit.
Well, because you are privileged and you were born with the ability to listen to any song you want, and so for some reason you like to go back to having listened to it on a vinyl record. The problem is, in the old days, you couldn't listen to vinyl in the car, right? So you had to be at home listening to it, and if it scratched, the rest of your life, every time you hear a certain song, you hear the and it would drive you crazy. And then you'd have to take it and record it to cassette so you could listen to it in the car. And it's just not convenient. And so
you're telling me dragging around a 8-inch circular disc
that will melt if it gets too hot. Yeah.
That's
so I just think it's interesting. I mean, that's great, and I do love the cover art, and I used to like the liner notes because you'd open it up and there was as a designer, I always thought it was cool. They would have fold out things and have all the lyrics of the songs, or they have photos. That was cool, and the cover art's cool. And I used to have I had my stereo system, and I had a little thing that said "Now Playing," and I would put my album cover. And sometimes I would listen to songs just because I liked the cover of the album. Paul Stanley's solo album, I remember I used to put that up there. I didn't like it, but do you know who Paul Stanley is from
No,
Kiss?
I know. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
He was the lead singer. He and Ace Frehley.
I was going to say Ace Frehley, Gene Simmons. I
didn't like Gene Simmons and Peter Criss. No, but the other two, I had their single albums, and I would put that up there. Or the Cars.
Yeah,
I like their cover.
See, the Kiss, though, was the first band that I ever got into. That was when I was younger. My parents would say, "What concert do you want to go see?" I want to go see Kiss. Never did, but
my mother delegated, I'm the youngest, and she delegated that my sister go get our Christmas presents one year. And so she said, "What do you want?" And I gave some albums. So
some vinyl albums?
Yeah, vinyl. That's all we could do back then, Logan. I'm trying to tell you. So
very contradictory, but okay.
That's what I'm saying. I've lived it. I don't need it again. But
okay.
So I gave the list to my mother. She gave it to my sister. My sister went out and bought it. I opened them up Christmas morning, and it was Kiss Alive 2. And you just have to Google it. There's the cover, the back has 4 photos after their concert, and Gene Simmons has blood pouring down his face.
Okay.
With his devil makeup that he has. And my mother's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's the Christmas present I asked for." She had no idea that that's what Santa had brought me via my sister. So
okay.
That was a very interesting story. I would have to tell you.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I'm gonna write down the Spark notes there so I can review that for the test later.
Thank you.
But we've got another another song to play right now, Molly by Sponge.
Yeah.
And this might be one of the greatest names for a band group. What is this, a singer? Is that a person, Sponge, or who is this?
I don't know much about him because it was a one-hit wonder. It's another one of those that just came out, but it's fun. I like it. Maybe you'll like this because I'm sure you could dance to it, Logan.
Thank you, and I will serenade you to my dancing in here.
I just want everyone to know he's standing up for some reason in the studio.
This is how real radio people talk, Jim. They stand. But anyway, okay, this is Molly by Sponge. Again, I'm giving impartial grades all day here during the lunch hour on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon, and we'll do another one right after this. That is Molly by Sponge right here on the start. We're giving impartial grades, and by we, I mean I am giving impartial grades. Only the most correctness of grades I've ever seen in my entire life, and me and grammar work very well together as well. So
hopefully you're getting better at this grading thing.
Well, I do have to say that was probably the best song that I've heard all day. So that will have the highest grade. I've thought about it in my head what it's going to be. I was, as you saw, I was moving and grooving to the beat over here. I was really loving life. So Molly by Sponge, we're going to give it an A-. We're going to first A of the day today, and. That one, do you have any other information about that? Or
like I said, I don't know much about
them.
It's subtitled 16 Candles.
Yes.
So it would say Molly, parentheses, 16 Candles.
Correct.
In parentheses.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the end parentheses.
But no, it was, it's kind of a hit. In the old days, we didn't call it alternative rock. It was called modern rock. So there was a modern rock chart, and it made number 5. So,
back in the black and white days.
And it made it 55 on just the billboard. So
like when TV was in black and white.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly.
talking about?
Actually, when we would carve it on stone.
You walked uphill both ways to school, 10 miles.
But they're still around. I've never heard anything else from them. But they're still performing, I guess, with their original lead singer.
Are you okay over there?
I'm bleeding. It gets violent in here
I guess so. What? You got some blood on your shirt too?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, on your sleeve. Look at your sleeve.
Oh, I guess I do.
It's dangerous here being on the radio. You love it. I love it. We're listening to Alternative 95 music right here on the start. Logan and Jim, the vinyl curriculum. I'm giving impartial grades. We've got a song that I can't imagine is very interesting. It's a song called Corduroy.
Yep.
And I think I have some corduroy pants at home. But I hope those are this is a little bit more interesting than my corduroy pants. This is by Pearl Jam.
Yeah. And I told you Pearl Jam and Nirvana kind of ruined alternative music for me because of the whole grunge. But there were certain songs that I did like of theirs. I did like "Smells Like Teen Spirit" from Nirvana because I had that album. But that was before everything became that kind of music. But I did like this song. An interesting factoid I read about this was Eddie Vedder is the lead singer of Pearl Jam. Had like a $12 corduroy jacket he wore at his concert, and then he noticed that companies were selling the same kind of thing for $600, and it upset him that they were capitalizing, on his fame, and so he wrote this song.
This is Eddie Vedder's the lead singer
of Pearl Jam.
See, I guess I didn't even know that.
That's why we're in class, Logan, is to educate you.
Yeah, here, hold on. Let me take my my notes here. Okay. Eddie Vedder, lead singer of Pearl Jam. Okay, got that down. How many people are in Pearl Jam? I don't know.
I have no idea. Probably like 4.
Did you just made that number up?
I'm looking at.
I can see it in your face. You just made that number.
I'm thinking of MTV videos, and I'm thinking 3 or 4. 4. We're gonna go with 4.
Okay, 4 members. Band that another song that I could hear playing in the garage during some fixed sessions with the old automobile.
Did your dad listen to? What did he listen to?
I think Pearl Jam. He listened to a lot of Nirvana, Van Halen kind of stuff. So my default. That's when I was introduced to. Both my parents, huge Van Halen fans. Like a lot of
Van Halen's different. That's
80s and 90s,
late 70s. Actually,
well, okay, Mr. Perfect over
here. It was late 70s.
I'm sorry, 80s. I was unborn at that point. I
know it.
Okay,
we're going to educate you. The subtitle of this is the vinyl curriculum. Parentheses, educating Logan, in parentheses.
I like how you always include the end parentheses as to not confuse the people with the rest of what you're saying is included in the subtitle.
Right. I'm glad you like that.
I appreciate that. So, again, this song is called Corduroy. Again, I don't know if the song will be too interesting.
Well, let's find out, Logan.
A very boring beige fabric. Corduroy by Pearl Jam right here on 88.1 WLRA, then another impartial grade coming up right at the end of this song. This Corduroy by Pearl Jam. At least I've heard of that group. All these other groups I've never even heard of, but Pearl Jam, definitely heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as bland as I was fearing it might be for a song called Corduroy. One of the most
Corduroy is not bland at all. It's got ridges in it. And ribs.
And it seems like it'd be itchy. I don't know if I actually don't know in corduroy
the inside
pants,
doesn't have it, just the outside.
I'm going to go with a B+ for corduroy. I feel like that, again, is a little bit more upbeat. I'm definitely a fan of the more upbeat tunes. So, big fan of that. Pearl Jam, fan favorite here on the start for sure. A lot of Pearl Jam in the audio vault for music that is played on the start during a regular show. So, be sure to set that preset right at the start of the FM dial, 88.1 if you're in the Lewis University area, to hear all of the wonderful college DJs that are on the air during the regular school semester and when school's in session.
Or stream it online.
On iHeartRadio.com. So we've got just time for a couple more songs. We've got another one that should be pretty interesting. It's A Girl Like You by Edwyn Collins. Did I say Edwyn? Yep. Is that how you pronounce the person's name?
It's a weird spelling, but that's it. It's an international hit, one-hit wonder. Never heard of anything else from this guy. Upbeat, you can dance to it, so I'm assuming you're going to like it, Logan.
Well, I like how you say it's an international hit, and then you go on to say it's a one-hit wonder. No, don't know anybody else, any other song from this guy. He probably didn't even release any other songs. We don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. This is A Girl Like You by Edwyn Collins and another impartial score. And we're just here till 1 o'clock, so we've got time for a couple more songs right here on the vinyl curriculum. Girl Like You by Edwyn Collins right here on the vinyl curriculum. That one was giving me major, like, Addams Family vibes, you know, with that. I think that xylophone, ding ding ding. It was almost like elevator music. know what I'm talking about?
Logan,
What?
I worry about you. There's elevator music. You'll never hear that in the elevator.
No, but I mean that little tune, like you're ding 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 ding.
I think sometimes you have a hard time verbalizing what's in your brain.
I do, and that's why radio is not my medium because I can't.
Even though that was your major.
Well, that's besides the point.
Okay.
A Girl Like You by Edwin Collins. I'm gonna give it another B+. I think.
Okay.
That was good. Again, upbeat. I gotta like it at least a little bit because that's what I said I like. So, we're getting better as the hour goes on. We're trending in the right direction here.
I think you're just getting more. You're opening your mindset a little bit, is what it is.
I mean, you started off kind of rough with,
we wanted to start with a
some
bang.
hard rock songs.
Now, I did want to say though, there's a couple of songs we're not going to be able to play, but I would suggest that if you're interested in other alternative music from 1995 or modern rock music, as we would call it back then, Feel the Pain by Dinosaur Jr. is a really good one. High and Dry by Radiohead.
Dinosaur Jr. sounds like a name you just made up right now. That doesn't sound like a real person.
Well, it's not a person, it's a band.
Oh.
So those are two that we're not going to play, but I would highly recommend you go listen to them because they're both good in their own ways. High and Dry is very slow.
On
you might
Spotify
like
you're
that
talking
one.
about?
On Spotify or whatever your music streaming service is.
You just said Waze. Isn't that a navigation
Oh, did I say
app?
Waze?
That's a navigation app.
Well, you can do it as you drive. All right, so
Jim.
we got one more song though. This is I want to end with this because this is a lady from Chicago. She's a baddie.
Oh.
Her music is amazing. Her name's Liz Phair. This is Supernova. This is the clean version. So I suggest you go listen to her Exit to Guyville album, and then this is the follow-up. She's got a bunch of good ones.
Her last name starts with a P. I was thinking it was Pear. Liz Pear.
Phair. P-H-A-I-R.
P-H-A-I-R. This is the last song of the hour for the vinyl curriculum. Liz Phair, Supernova, right here on 88.1 WLRA. Supernova by Liz Phair.
From Chicago.
From Chicago. Again, I'm not interested in the lore at all. That could, I feel like that doesn't even apply, doesn't influence my grading scale just because she's from Chicago.
Well, that's you.
Well, that's the correct way to think about things. So I'd give her another B+, I think. It was a little slow. It was more upbeat, but again, I mean that I wasn't moving and grooving like I was with some of the other songs.
There was nothing slow about that song.
Besides the entire song. Yes, you're correct. So
if we had listeners, I would have them call in and just embarrass you, but we don't have listeners, so no one's going to call you.
Okay. Well, that's probably a good thing then. I don't want anyone to tell me I'm wrong. I hate that. So we have time to just give a grade for the entire class.
We'll subject.
We'll call it the class today.
And what was this?
Alternative
what was the topic?
95.
Yes.
Alt 95. Again, the first couple songs really skewed it, I feel like. It was not, if it was all songs like the last group, like More Human Than Human was a little bit kind of out there, a little bit different from the rest of the songs. Misery was a little bit closer back to Equilibrium, and then the other songs were over here on the other end of the spectrum. So those first two songs, though, those are the ones that you chose to represent this music category for me. So that has to be factored into my grade, right?
Yes, and I'm going to grade you because I am teaching the class, so I'm waiting for your grade to give you my grade. So what is your grade, Logan, of this topic?
We'll give it a solid B.
Okay. I give you a B-. And the reason I say that is I don't think you've opened up your mindset. You gave a C+ was the only C you gave, and everything else was either a B or a B- or an A-. So your second song was a B, and you were somehow mentioning that the first two ruined it for you or whatever. So I think if you can open up your mind for next time, and I think next time is going to be back in the 80s a little bit more.
So that'll be something a little bit more in my wheelhouse.
But okay, we'll see.
I like to think it would be anyway.
We'll see. Well, we need to get out of your dad's garage listen to that because that skewed you, I think, on this one.
My dad's garage.
You're talking about you. Oh, I can see my dad playing that in his garage. So we got to get you out of there. So I'm gonna give you a B-.
Okay.
And I think you'll do better next time.
I appreciate that. Do I get at least a gold star or a sticker or something?
No, you do not.
Oh. Well, okay. We'll have to keep track of that somewhere and then decide if you'll have to decide if I'm getting better each week and becoming more open-minded or if I'm just
and your goal,
stern, hard-headed Logan over here.
The goal is you need to take some of these. If you think, oh, that's an interesting song, go back and listen to the album. Because there are going to be other songs that you're going to, oh, wow, I really like that.
I'm so impatient, though.
I
I cannot suffer through an entire album just because of one song being, okay.
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 Parentheses, educating Logan. Remember that subtitle.
Well, that's what you're trying to do here on the Vinyl Curriculum. I'm just trying to give my honest opinion, okay?
Yep.
I'm just going to tell you what I think, honestly, no matter what. And that's just what we're going to do every single week right here on 88.1 WLRA. This was the first episode. I think it went pretty well. And, we'll plenty of room for improvement for sure.
Let's hope.
Let's hope, he says. Okay, well, make sure you subscribe to WLRA and all of the various social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I believe they have Snapchat, too, at WLRA Radio on all of those various platforms. My name is Logan. Sitting across from me, the esteemed Jimmy C. Jim, any last words?
Until next time.
Until next time. Hey, you remember who you were listening to?
You're listening to The Start, 88.1 FM, WLRA, Lewis University in Romeoville.